Intercepted Carlos Rogers 50, 45-40, Rogers to the 35, down the sideline, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, he's gone! Touchdown, Auburn! And it off to Taylor, flipping back to Campbell. He's got a man open downfield, and Roman Shadoo at that 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, goodbye! Touchdown! Oh my goodness! Campbell to Roman Shadoo, touchdown Tigers! 67 yards, a little razzle-dazzle from the Riverboat Gambler. In the shotgun, Campbell with time, throws it down the middle, caught by Roman Shadoo, went up in the air and made the catch. And off to Brown, up the middle, in, touchdown, Tigers, Ronnie Brown.
And the Ole Miss game that you alluded to, where Auburn clinched the SEC West, was the first time that I ever heard the song Hard Fighting Soldiers sung by that team. It's a book that Chet wrote, Brother Chet wrote afterward about that team. And so I'm in there getting ready to do the victorious postgame show, which are always a lot more fun to do after a win. And it just started. I keep on bringing souls to Jesus. And they all sang it. Yeah, I still get goosebumps thinking about that moment that I was able to witness that day. But that was just the mark of that team. And they fought against the 2003 season. They fought against teams that were highly rated going in against Auburn, against the pollsters. And that's as cohesive a football team as I've been around in my over 30 years at Auburn. Boy, what a joy that was.
I'm telling you, man, that song drove us. Having guys really just think about life beyond football and life after football, but really just thinking about a man's soul and standing for what that song meant, being a hard fight. So just amazing. You know, it's crazy. Bringing that back. It's amazing. Again, going back to that year, just so many young men finding themselves in the Lord that year. So it's just a beautiful thing, man, to kind of see it now, 20 years later. It's kind of like that group of men was a special group, truly a special group of men. And I don't know. I just think it's something that's very special. I don't know if it'll ever be replicated anywhere.
At the time, we were staying in LaGrange, so we drive down I-85 coming from LaGrange. And usually when we got off exit 51, College Street, you turn off and within a half a mile, the traffic starts, But like big games like a LSU, a Georgia, you'd expect traffic might be backed up to the interstate. And on this particular game, I remember being miles from the exit and traffic was already backed up just to come watch a football game. That day there were tens of thousands. There were a lot of people that didn't even make it into the stadium that just wanted to be near the scene. And so it's amazing how as a player, you can feel the energy even before you get off the bus. And that particular day, we encountered the traffic, game day traffic, miles before we'd even got to exit 51 in Auburn.
By the time we got to Tiger Walk, you couldn't even see how many people was out there. And I just remember getting off that bus and, you know, your hair standing up on your arms, or you get chills just looking at it. And I just remember walking through Tiger Walk and getting in that stadium and the energy that was there. And mind you, this is the last game for the seniors. You know, it's our last opportunity to play in that stadium in front of all those fans. And so, you know, that's a little bit of extra, you know, momentum and kick to yourself, you know. And I just remember going out in warm-ups. You know, we were in warm-ups and it's electric already. You know, like people just, you know, just going crazy.
It's just phenomenal to be able to watch how fierce the battle gets between those two teams as they fight.
Him, Green feeling pressure going down at the 30, and Tarius Williams.
For Auburn, still, the offense doing the same thing. Jason Campbell with a lot of passing yards.
Rolling right, throwing right. Brown makes the catch. Touchdown! Tigers! Ronnie Brown!
Carnell and Ronnie Brown both with big days on offense running the ball as well.
Campbell will run the option and keep it. Now pitch it to Williams. Walks in. Touchdown, Auburn! And they'll toss it to Carnell Williams. Wants to throw, and he does. Wide open, mix at the 10 to the 5. Touchdown! Oh, my goodness! Oh, my goodness! Williams to Mix.
So they did what they've been doing all year, and it worked out perfectly.
And Junior Rosegreen was one of the leaders on that team. He wasn't one of the best players. He was a good player, but he wasn't one of those star guys. He wasn't that first-round draft pick that Carlos and Caddy and Ronnie and Jason were. But, boy, he was the heart, I thought, of that defense. And I'm not sure there was a harder hitter. In this day and age, I'm not sure Junior Rosegreen would end a game. He'd be thrown out so often because of targeting.
But that's one of the biggest hits, you know, I've seen in Auburn history. But that just shows you the relentless of our defense. There was no weakness. You know, you get hit by our offense, you get hit by our defense.
Now you might get arrested for a hit like that, but on that particular play, I was just, it was a cover 3, so on the snap, I rolled down, Junior rolled to the middle field, and I heard the hit, I didn't see it.
Man, oh man, did Junior Rosegreen lay a lick on Reggie Brown, and he is down.
I think a lot of people just stopped because they were so concerned about this violent hit that was at the time legal. My teammates never let me live it down. I scooped the ball up, took off running, and an offensive lineman tackled me 4 yards later. So that's my part of that play.
Auburn 24, Georgia 6. Put this in your BCS pipe and smoke it. The Tigers defeat Georgia, dominating the Bulldogs at Jordan-Hare Stadium 24-6.
And this Auburn team has put its mark on the nation.
I haven't seen a complete game, offense, defense, and kicking game played that consistent in a long time.
I knew it was going to be a close game, and I don't care how good or bad you are in that game, anybody can win. We were behind at halftime, but we come back and won the game.
Campbell hands it off to Carnell Williams. 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown! Tigers! Snap to Campbell, rolling to his left, looking, downfield, wide open, Taylor, touchdown! Tigers! Courtney Taylor, 6 points, 32 yards, 21-13 Auburn, 11-0, and 3 in a row over the Alabama Crimson Tide.
And for some reason, we got voted out of the number 2 spot.
Not only did Auburn need to win that game, it needed to dominate that game, which I think is just how unfair that system was at that point. Because Oklahoma and USC, to their credit, had not lost. Auburn had to do something spectacular to jump over one of those two teams and have a chance to play in the Orange Bowl for the national championship. And Auburn beat Alabama at Alabama. Auburn won the Iron Bowl. But in the eyes of those that were voting at that point, it wasn't enough for the Tigers to move ahead. I don't think there's any question that the outcome of that game And the fact that Auburn just didn't go in and absolutely dominate Alabama in that game, in the mind of the pollsters at that point, kept Auburn out of the national championship.